Hey there, so I have a quick kind of dramatic Valentine's Day eye look for you today, so if you want to know how I created this look, just keep on watching. So I'm starting out with my brows and eyeshadow primer already done, and now I'm going to go in with a sort of medium tan eyeshadow on my Sigma E35, and I'm just going to start blending that into the crease. I'm starting out blending it right in that crease area, not taking it up too high, and if you don't really have a defined crease, here you can decide where you want to create that. So next I'm going in with a couple NYX Jumbo eye pencils. The purple one is Purple Velvet and then the red one is Rust. The purple is going to the inner corner and about a third of the way onto the top lid, and then the red is going onto the outer 2/3 and along the lower lash line, and I'm taking both of these just up to the crease, and now I'm just going to start blending that out a little bit using my finger. I decided to add another layer just to make it a little bit more opaque, and then I'm blending the edges out with a stiff blending brush. I wanted to try these pencils out underneath the eyeshadows to see if it would help with the overall pigment and evenness. So now I'm going in with Berrytale, which is a matte shadow from StarCrushed Minerals, and this is literally all you need for one eye right here in the lid. And I'm just going to pack that on to the entire area that we applied the Rust Jumbo eye pencil. I'm starting out with very little product on my brush, and then I'm just going to continue building it up until I'm at the desired opacity. And I'm just using my Sigma pencil brush to apply these eyeshadows. Then I'm going in with the Sigma E39 Buff and Blend to start smoking out those edges. I'm then going in with Ultraviolet from NYX and applying that over top of the purple jumbo eye pencil, again making sure to blend out all the edges and making sure that the purple is blending nicely into the red. And while I did find that using these pencils underneath the shadows really did help pop the pigment and help with the overall evenness of the colors, I did experience some creasing, which I normally do not, so kind of play around with your bases and just see what works for you. I'm now going in with a matte black eyeshadow, and I'm focusing this at the outer corner, and I'm also blending that a little bit onto the lid and up into the crease as well as along the lower lash line a little bit. I just wanted to darken it up a little bit and give it some dimension. You can add as much or as little darkness as you want here. And I'm going back in with that Berrytale shade to help blend out those edges. And again, going back in with that Sigma E39 to really buff out the edges. So now I'm just curling my lashes and applying a black eyeliner to the waterline all the way around my eye. And I'm using the NYX Slide-On Pencil in the shade Jet Black, and I've recently found that the more product I apply, the more stay put that it is. And I'm just taking my pencil brush now and kind of smoking that down onto the lower lash line. Then for my brow highlight, I'm using Chandelier from NYX, which is a light pink champagne shimmery shade with a little bit of glitter, and I'm applying that just under the arch of my brow and again blending that out with the Sigma E39. And now with my Sigma E36, which you guys know is one of my favorite brushes, I'm going back in with that transition shade that we started out with and just blending that along the edges to kind of give it a softer fade into the skin. And now for the glitter, I'm using a couple and mixing them together. They're both from StarCrushed Minerals, and the one on the left is called Redrum, and on the right we have Caviar Dreams, which is a black, black, silver, and purple. And I'm first dipping my brush into the glitter adhesive, which I'm using StarCrushed Minerals as well, and then into my mixture of glitters. So I have kind of a glitter gel, and then I'm packing that onto, starting at the inner corner and kind of working my way back onto the rest of the purple eyeshadow. And then so I don't have a harsh line of glitter around my eye. Once it's starting to dry and I kind of just have a little bit of leftover glitter on my brush, I'm gonna try and push and manipulate the glitter a little bit so that it forms more of a fade rather than a harsh line, if that makes sense. And then I was looking at my other eye and realized I didn't shade the purple in as far on this eye as the other one, so I'm just taking a little bit more of that purple shadow, shading it in a little bit more toward the nose, and then going back in with a little more glitter. So now I'm doing a quick kind of messy black liner across the top lash line, and then a little bit of mascara to top and bottom lashes. Nothing too crazy, just kind of want to black them out since we're doing pretty dramatic lashes. I have a couple NYX Wicked Lashes stacked for the top, which I will list the styles below, and then I'm using the style Risqué for the lower lash line. And then once my glue is totally dry, I'm going in with the NYX Matte Liquid Liner, kind of filling in along the lashes where I can kind of see a little bit of skin color poking through, just to make sure it's totally black. And then I'm doing a quick wing on the top. Again, nothing really fancy, just kind of a quick messy wing, which sounds really weird. So anyway, I hope that you guys really enjoyed this look. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to enter the 75K contest. I'll leave all the info down below, and I'll see you guys next time.